drink since I was 19. I've never even smoked a cigarette. And the reason for this is because I realized at a very young age that if I found anything that made the struggle of daily life even just a tiny bit easier for me, I was going to cling to that and I was never going to let it go. I realized that I had the tendency to create loops of behavior that I found very difficult to break. And I was convinced that I had an addictive personality. When I was a teenager, I was training as a ballet dancer and I also had a very restrictive eating disorder. So when I told people this, they'd find it quite funny because to them, outwardly, I was demonstrating discipline and self-restraint and self-control. But I knew what my internal experience was and it scared me. When I was like 18, 19, I experimented with drinking, and at the time I was training full time in ballet, and I realized that if I had a drink, like glass of wine, shot, my muscles would be so much more relaxed for my training the next day, as opposed to the chronic tension that I really struggled with, and that I now understand was probably because I was undiagnosed and overstimulated, dysregulated chronically, like just chronically in a freeze state. So I had a drink every night for about 2 weeks. And at the end of that 2 weeks, I had to literally sit down with myself and go, I see where this is going. And it's going to have to just be a no. Like, we can't go there. And I kind of thank the autistic side of me that had the ability to set a rule and then just to stick to it, black and white, no excuses, because I didn't touch a drop since that day. And even when I went to university, I kind of thought, well, maybe like peer pressure, maybe I just should, just to fit in, and I didn't. It's like, it's not in any way that I judge people who have gone down that route, because I feel very similar to them. Like, I believe that I have the same recipe for that many people who become addicted have. And I relate to the extent that my partner, like the love of my life, is 4 years sober, having gone through alcohol rehab about 2 weeks before I met him. So I get it, like I really do. And I'm just kind of amazed by the younger me, like that 19-year-old me who somehow, despite everything that she was struggling with, because I was messed up and I hadn't a clue who I was because I was masking so heavily, but I somehow had the insight to know that I have to stop doing this and do it now, and it's a blanket no. I've hesitated from talking about this before. I know it's a very sensitive subject, can be triggering, but I hope if you relate to it in any way that it makes you feel a bit less alone, and like just whatever kind of your experience with substances has been. Like, I see you, I get it, and as a neurodivergent person, I realize how tough it can be.